Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Oh, this is The Story Continues, part 33. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing, oops, what was that? Oh. I'm doing well. Can't complain. I'm a little physically tired, but I'm okay. I'm good. I have a lot to get through today. We are going to talk about some scrying visions. I did some scrying this morning. Channeled messages. I did a lot. I did a lot. I should have did it the night before, but I was too tired. How was your weekend? How was your Valentine's Day? Mine was well. I had a lot of fun with my sisters. I hope you guys were able to relax. I know it's a holiday today, so you guys got a 3-day weekend, which is good. Nice restorative weekend before starting the week ahead. What else? I think that's it. Oh yes, if you want, I always forget. If you want a personal reading, you can look in my description of my channel and see the link there. It's also in the description of the video itself. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can simply email me moonlightenergy15@gmail.com and I will forward you the link. Okay, again, that's for personal readings. So let's get started. Oh yes, everything here is alleged and informational and entertainment purposes only. Okay. Anyway, so what do I want to talk about first? I wrote little notes. Oh yes, so let's talk about my scrying visions. So first of all, I haven't scryed in a minute, since the beginning of the month. And I asked about the man in the suit. I asked about Elon Musk and his ending outcome, and I asked about KAMALA. Okay, so the first thing I asked about was, I feel like he is the man in the suit. Again, guys, I said I think it was Dick Cheney, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so I'm not saying it's him. That's why I refer to him as the man in the suit. But now I'm even, after seeing what I saw, I'm even more unsure. Okay. This is something for me to process and understand, but the way my guides give me messages is so fascinating. But anyway, I said, I feel like it's related. This man in the suit is an important piece of this whole thing. A piece. He's not our savior or anything like that, okay? We can't depend on saviors. We have to help ourselves too. But basically, I feel like they keep showing me this person. And I said, I got the sense that he's important and that he's doing something with Elon. And I've been thinking about it for 2 days now. And so when I scryed today, I was like, I asked about the man in the suit's plans and outcomes for Elon Musk. Okay. And then I'm meditating, looking in the mirror, and I'm shown what it was space. First, I'm just looking, I'm seeing flashes of things go across the mirror. and it looked like stars. It looked like galaxies. It looked like it was shifting and, you know, changing in shape and size and colors. But I knew it was space. I knew it was the universe that I was being shown. I knew I was being shown galaxies. It was crazy. So I wrote universe, galaxies. It looked like space dust, what I imagined space dust to look like. And then suddenly it looked like things were falling from the sky. I'm looking up at the mirror and I'm looking down, and then it's like flashes of light falling down. And I said, I just was watching, and then I said, oh, I was like, are those satellites? Now, whenever I ask or say something of what I think it is, it becomes more clear in the image. And it was satellites falling from the sky over and over again. It looked like someone shot at it, but I'm not sure. Because at first it looked like things just going across the mirror. And then they were falling. And so that's what I saw first. Satellites falling. Okay. It was very sudden. Falling out the sky. Okay. Over and over again. And so I sat there for a little bit looking. Then I closed my eyes and looked away from the mirror, and then I said, can you show me the man in the suit? Show me what he looks like again. So I'm like looking. Again, I'm seeing this. First I saw a figure. I did see the person, but I didn't see their face. Then it changed shape into something that was not a human. It looked like energy, basically. It looked like energy. It felt like energy. It looked like something I've never seen before. It was green and wispy. And I'm like, what is that? What is that? So I don't know. Is it a person? I'm trying to understand. I don't understand. Okay. The first time it felt like a very powerful authority. It could still be a person. I'm not moving off of that, but it's this energy that I kept being shown was green, wispy, and it had eyes though, but it didn't look human. But I'm not necessarily saying it's not human. And then I'm kind of contemplating, is this energy multiple people? I kind of feel like that it was just different sort of energies into one person, perhaps. I have no idea. I'm still processing this, okay? But that's what I wanted to share what I saw and what my thoughts are. Then I took a little break, and then I asked about Kamala. I said, how will she challenge Donald Trump? And it was interesting. And before I pressed record, I was thinking about it again. And anyway, I'll get to it. But I saw, the first thing I saw, the first image that came, first of all, it was dark. And, but I could see her. I didn't see her first. I saw a statue, a green statue. And it was the scales of justice I saw. First I just saw the scales, and then as I said it out loud, I saw the whole statue. And it was almost like, it was like looking at an image that was shrinking and expanding. Like I wasn't allowed to see the whole thing, but I saw spots of it. And I kept looking up at the mirror, and it was, I kept seeing the sky. I kept looking up. And then suddenly I'm looking, I see Lady Justice, I see the scales. And then I see Kamala walking. She's walking. And I only see her figure. It was like a shadowy, but I knew it was her shape. It was her. And she's walking into a building, and I'm turning my head to see the building, but I couldn't see the building. It was like this shadowy sort of thing. And so I'm looking, trying to see. It was showing me peaks of it. It was like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I would look and see the steps a little bit and see her walking into the building. And then it would be like darkness would cover the image, like I wasn't allowed. And I was like, is she walking in the halls of Congress? And I'm like, oh, that kind of doesn't make sense. And nothing, it was still covered. Expanding and covered. I could see her, but then I couldn't see the building. It was weird. Anyway. And then I saw suddenly, I'm looking down and I see sand shifting. And I said out loud, oh, is that shifting sands? That's what, and then it became clear. It was so strange. And then, I asked, what will the outcome be of this? And then I looked, something made me look up at the mirror. Okay. And I saw the clouds. It was dark clouds. And then they started, what did I write? I was shown a sky of dark clouds moving and shifting and dissipating. And I saw the sun. It was crazy. And then I heard the song, I Can See Clearly Now, by Johnny Nash. Look that song up. Look the lyrics up. You know that song, okay? And so that's what and as I put the mirror down, I'm still hearing that song. Talking about a bright and sunshiny day, and that's what I saw. And it was interesting. And you know it, I did channel Kamala today, and her energy was quiet. And I think also because I was getting tired, so I didn't pull much from her. But like I said, there's been a shift. And shifting sands is really like change. It's unpredictable change. Okay. And it could happen quick, and it happens often, the change. And it could be about a situation or, a circumstance that changes suddenly. And it can be difficult to adjust to that. Okay, so that's what the shifting sands and all of that. But her walking into this building I couldn't see was interesting. But when I channeled her, her perspective has shifted from the last time I asked her about being president. And it's very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so I'll do her last. We'll get to her. And I wanted to also share, I pulled some runes for myself, and my guides told me just pull 2, and I had asked them, what messages do you hear that wind? It's so windy. Hold on. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm just looking for, bear with me. Okay, so I pulled 2 runes, and these are what my runes look like. Just an FYI, I like to share. They're amethyst runes. Okay, and I'm learning about them, and I've always felt drawn to them. Okay, so anyway, I pulled two, and I have the cards here with the description, and I also like to look them up to get an expansion. But I pulled 𝐒𝐵RCANA, and that's the description. Rebirth, new beginnings, sort of thing. That's the symbol. And let me read what it says. It says 𝐒𝐵RCANA is an ancient Norse rune, a word that symbolizes growth, rebirth, and fertility. It's also associated with the divine feminine, Mother Nature, and a woman's ability to give life. Something that stuck out to me, it says, the name 𝐵RCANA comes from the Old Norse word 𝐵RCANO, which means birch tree, and it made me remember what I originally said was a birch tree that the scrying mirror showed me when I said, well, what, show me an outcome for all of this. New beginnings, that's what birch trees represent. And then I went back and said, oh, it wasn't a birch tree. But then this came back. And it had to have been. It had to have been a birch tree if I'm getting this message. I said, do you have a message for me? Okay. So it represents regeneration and self-care. Okay. It's a new phase of life, such as starting a family or embarking on a new journey. New beginnings. And so I wanted to share this with you guys because we're all an extension of each other. We're a collective. So I said, then my question was sort of general. Do you have a message for me that I need to know? And I kind of like to intuitively interpret that. And the next one was Isa. And that's the symbol that I pulled. And let me read this message to you guys. Okay, it says, it's a rune that symbolizes stillness, concentration, and ice. It's a need for patience and the importance of remaining still during change. It encourages us to focus inward, consolidate your energy, and prepare for action. It reminds us that there is strength in stillness. It can also symbolize the development of willpower and concentration. And, what we are going through, the circumstance that we are experiencing as a country, globally, as a collective, is difficult. And this is kind of what Isa represents, this sort of, and I always talk about how this is the perfect time to go within, to self-reflect, to take care of yourself, okay? Engage in self-care. Yes, it's hard being patient, but this is what this requires. And stillness is so... stillness is hard, but it's, I feel like it's needed in this circumstance for ourselves. As a society, we can be wholly reactive. We can go up in arms. There's the bells. And so stillness, even just mindfulness, okay, is important so that you can learn how to respond versus react. Okay, so you can contemplate, so that you can take action, so that you could not be on the floor. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to, this was a message, and I said, oh no, this is a message for everyone, not just me. So I wanted to share that with you guys, okay? All right, we're chugging along. Let me do my little check off my list. Alright, let's get into the channel messages. Okay, I channeled a lot of people. First person I channeled was Ida B. Wells Barnett. But we'll call her Ida B. Wells. Miss Ida. Okay. She was a renowned journalist. Okay. She was well known internationally. She was a early civil rights activist. She was an anti-lynching activist. Very, very powerful in life and in death. She died relatively young, to me anyway. She spoke the truth in everything, and she spoke it without mincing any words. Okay, so she was born into slavery and was freed. Her and her parents were freed a year after she was born. And so as she grew up, when she became an adult, she owned a newspaper in Tennessee. She moved to Tennessee, owned a newspaper, and saw what African Americans were experiencing: the violence, the degradation, even being free. That really meant nothing. And so she wrote about it. She exposed people, and she wrote about it, everything in the South. And because of that, they same old, they did attack her, and her newspaper, and she had to go north. And so even in the north, I believe she moved to New York City, and she lived in Chicago as well. She still wrote about the same things: anti-lynching, what Black people experienced, the inequality, the violence, the degradation. She wrote about all of it. She did lectures all around the world. She was revered. She was one of the founders of the NAACP, but became an inactive member because she was too radical for them, which, very interesting. She didn't get kicked out. She became an active, which is a difference, okay? But she was outspoken. She spoke the truth, and she believed in the truth. And when I channeled her energy, she also spoke about women's rights. But when I channeled her energy, one thing, as I'm talking to her, I noticed that she is very high up. I think she's an ascended. She's ascended. As I'm talking to her, I believe she had her own gifts here in the physical world. And I think because she spoke truth without fear or mincing anything, she was rewarded for that. She is ascended. Like, she is up there with Martin Luther King Jr. She's on a different plane, but she's also she knows everything. She knows a lot of stuff. It's almost like she's on the internet. She knows. I got the sense that she keeps up with current events. That's important to her, even being up there and knowing. Okay, so powerful. Her voice is deep and distinctive. She speaks with power. Very kind, very calm. So anyway, she greeted me with, "Hello, darling." And I asked about what does she think about the current state of the United States. And she said to me, I think the current state of the United States is the same as it has always been in the United States. It has changed on the surface, but at its core, it is ingrained with deep racism and hatred. And then she said, "I only speak the truth." Just in case you didn't know. She did not hold back. She said, I only speak the truth. Take it or leave it. I said, yes, Miss Ida. I sat with her for a long time. That's why I'm just starting at 2:30. Anyway, oh, I asked about Donald Trump. She said he has run afoul of every law, every rule known to man. He is the Antichrist. She called him the Antichrist. That scared me. He is the Antichrist. He has no respect for humankind, human dignity, human care, or human love. He is an injustice, she said. I asked her, as I'm talking to her, and I'm like, she's high, and I know she knows things. She could answer these questions. I asked her, do you believe he will last as president? And she said, he will not last long in this life. You do not do the things he has done for a lifetime and come out clean on the other end. God said his time is up. His time is up. No, he will not last being as y'all president. Wait, no, he will not last long as y'all president, she said. She has a little twang in her speech. I said, what do you think of the black community in its present day? She said, we are strong now as we were as strong then. Take this seriously. Speak out. Speak up. Speak the truth. Take this seriously, she said. I said, do you think the American people will be okay? She said, I think the American people will turn out fine. Change is coming, know that. And when she said this, as I'm talking to her, I'm like, she's really up there. She's really knowing what she's saying. Not to say anyone else I've channeled doesn't know, but she's on a different level. Like I said, the same as I felt with Martin Luther King Jr., but with MLK Jr., it was a wall there. There wasn't a wall there. Felt like she was all up in it. She'll talk to you. She'll show you her feelings. She'll, those sort of things. It felt like she was very open, her energy. Anyway, she said, I think the American people will turn out fine. Change is coming, know that. And then when she said this, I was like, yeah, she knows. She knows what she's saying. I said, what do you think of Elon Musk? And she paused for a second, and then she said, the South African? And I was like, yeah, she knows. That gave me a clue into her knowing current events and like peeking in on everything, knowing she's a journalist. And so news is like important to her. I could imagine her, if it wasn't trash, having a Twitter and just going off. But she said the South African. And then she said, he too has no respect for life's blessings. He will fall. This is what she said about Americans. And then this is what she said about Elon Musk. The South African? I asked her about Kamala. What did she feel? What did she think and feel about Kamala? And she started smiling. She started smiling. And she got so happy. She said, that woman is a treasure. She will go far as the leader of this free world. She said, this free world. She made me, first, I started to write, I said it because what I do is I'll repeat what they're saying out loud. And then I'll write it. And then when I was saying it out loud, as she was saying it, I was saying it. Sometimes, I don't do it all the time, but I said, leader of the free world. She said, no. I said, this free world. This free world. Anyway, she said she will go far as the leader of this free world. God has plans for her. She knows her role. She will take it. And I asked how. How do you know? That's what I asked her. She said, God showed me. And I said, I believe you. Because you're up there. She said, God showed me. I said, could you show me? Could you show me the end? She said, I wish I could, but I cannot. Just know, everyone will be alive. Everyone will be well off. It will take time. It will be difficult. But that is change. And I wrote some characteristics. She's kind, a truth seeker. She seeks the truth, and she speaks it. I wrote up on current events. Very open. Very wise. And she has her own. She knows a lot of stuff. She knows. She knows. She speaks plainly. And I appreciate that. Okay. The next person I did was Booker T. Washington, and I had a hard time with him. I had a hard time connecting. He felt scattered, his energy. And as I'll get into what happened as I'm talking to him. But Booker T. Washington was an educator. He was a civil rights activist. He gave lectures all over the world as well. He believed that African Americans anyway, I'll get to that. But he believed in African Americans having economic growth. That is how you get to equality. Okay. He believed we should have our own. We should settle down where we are. Anyway, I'll get into that. He started the Tuskegee Institute, which educated African Americans. I think white children as well, but I may be towards later years. He died very young too. He had hepatitis. That sucks. There's some things on his energy that made me like, what is going on here? But he was very respectful. He believed in the advancement of black people, especially economically. But our energy, I felt like it wasn't matching. I didn't feel. It's not like he didn't want to talk to me. It wasn't like he didn't like me. It just felt like off. Okay. But you could look him up and look up Ida B. Wells too, right? So he greeted me with, "Hello, Kimberly." So I asked him about the state of the United States, and he took a long time to answer. He kept saying things and then stopping, and then saying something else, and then it was scattered, and then he's very calm and discerning with what he wants to say, okay? Bit diplomatic in what he wants to say, and yielding his energy, and very contemplative. So he said the state of the United States is a bit of a travesty. Things have changed, I can see that, but so much of it remains. So much of it remains the same, he said. I asked him, what does he think about what Donald Trump is trying to do to the Department of Education, and he laughed. He said it is highly improbable. I say this in knowing people will find ways to educate themselves. He is a ridiculous man. I had a hard time connecting, and I felt like he was like, I don't want to talk about this. I'm not interested. Not that he wasn't interested, but it felt like he was pulling away, and I just was like, what's happening? I said, how can we fight? He said, he was quiet for a long time, and then he said, we must build our own. Businesses, banks. He said banks, I heard banks, schools, etc. We must build our own. I said, how, as a community, can African Americans fight? We must build our own, he said. I could see that. Yes, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I asked him, does he believe the United States will be fine? He said, I think the United States will be fine as long as people fight by using their system, using their own system against them. Talking about, you know whose systems, okay? He believed that to be possible. And I asked about Kamala. He said she will go far. He said other things, and I had to stop because it wasn't bad things. I stopped. I thanked him because I was like, he wasn't giving me a lot. He didn't want to, it felt like he didn't want to engage. And I was like, one of the things anyway, I don't want to be disrespectful, but when he was talking about Kamala, and I was like, wait a minute, I know he's a part of the black elite, and I know if you understand what part of that can be, their skin tone, you know, that sort of thing. But I was like, something is off, off in the energy. And so I Googled something, and something came up about him being an accommodationist. And he was a bit criticized for that. That doesn't mean that he didn't believe in civil rights or didn't fight for civil rights. He did. But he did it in a different way. He felt like, you know, we should just, African Americans should put down their buckets where we are and build our own economy, build our own, you know. It kind of seemed like he wasn't super, super political. And so that's where I was like, oh, not to say like he's a pioneer. And that's what I felt in the energy, that not that he wasn't interested, but he wanted to focus on he wasn't interested in my questions. And so he did give me good stuff. Didn't give me a lot though, but I felt like our energy wasn't mixing. So I thanked him and I just backed out. But when I Googled, W.E.B. Du Bois came up, and I said, oh yeah, why didn't I? Because they kind of, believed in civil rights, but W.E.B. Du Bois went at it more aggressively, okay, than Booker T. So I channeled him. I channeled him. He wasn't on my list, but I channeled him because I was like, his name stuck out to me when I saw him, and I was like, oh, why don't I just do him? Okay. He was a sociologist. He was an author. He was a civil rights activist for Black rights and Pan-Africanism. Okay. He was a doctor. He went to Harvard University. He also co-founded NAACP. He believed in social change. He believed that racism was taught. It wasn't innate. He believed black is beautiful. Just, he was obviously anti-lynching, all of that. He was, as I was channeling with him, when I was talking to him, I was like, wait a minute. He was so funny. I could feel mischievousness in his energy, and I could feel when he was talking to me, it was very tongue-in-cheek. It was very much like there was this like dramatic undertone to his words, like when he was speaking, and I was like, is he known for being humorous? I didn't know that, and I Googled, and it said yes, that's what he was, one of the things he was known for, his bold, humorous personality. He found humor in things. I felt that. We're talking about serious stuff, but he used humor to bring levity to terribleness, which is, it's a positive defense mechanism. But so as I'm talking to him, and I'm like, okay, his energy feels like it's matching with mine. It feels good. And so he greets me. He says, hello, Kimberly. And I greeted him, and then I asked him, what does he think about the status of the United States? He said, things have changed, yes, but there's still some way to go. There's always some way to go. That's what he said. This one I was like, does he have a sense of humor? When I asked him about Donald Trump, he said, he was going in. He said, Donald Trump is the antithesis of every white man like him. And I said, that's a strange word to use because it means the opposite. And it's when I sat with that word, the antithesis of every white man like him. And I'm like him? I said, but that means antithesis means opposite. But then I thought about what I always say about Donald Trump. He's not like anyone. He's not like anyone. No one can control him. He doesn't care who you are. And that's what he meant. Of every white man like him. So he's saying, yeah, there are people like him, but he's still different from them. He said, this is how he was saying, he is drooling. He is unconscionable and does not deserve to call himself a human. And he was saying this very dramatically and comically, but he was serious at the same time. And I knew, as he was saying, I was like, is he? It was humor. I felt it all in his words. He is drooling. That's how he said it. And I said, he is drooling. Drooling, old-timey word. That's what he said. He is unconscionable. Oh, wait, that's... I asked him, does he think that he will last as president? He said, I believe that is what he believes. No, he said, I believe that is what he thinks. But no, he will not. It's laughable to think that he will. It's laughable to think he will, he said. I really like him, his energy. Hold on. Oh, I skipped one. It's on the back here. Okay, I said, how do we fight? How do we fight as a people? He said, you do not do as you are told. He said, learn from your ancestors. Remember us. He was talking to all of us. Okay? Everyone. You do not do as you are told. Learn from your ancestors. Remember us. He got serious there. Not to say he wasn't serious the whole time, but he uses humor, which is good. I said, what do you see at the end for us? He said, now let's see. I see togetherness. I see people understanding each other. We just need to get over ourselves. That's what he said. Well, now let's see. Now, someone put his hand to his chin. Well, now let's see. We just need to get over ourselves. Ain't that the truth? Okay. I asked him about Kamala. He got so excited. He said, Kamala Harris is a gem. She is fine, too. Fine meaning good looking. She is fine, too. And then he said, seriously, though, she will bring respect back to the White House. And I said, okay. All right. She is fine, too. That is W.E.B. Du Bois. Look him up, guys. He's very interesting. He is drooling. That's what he said. Who's this? Okay. Booker T. All right. Next people I did was I did General Chairman of Joint Chief of Staff of the Military, General Charles Q. Brown Jr. Okay, I did him. I channeled him. He didn't give me much. I wasn't surprised. Yes, he is a general. I saw a news article where he met with Donald Trump in December, I believe, and Donald Trump changed his mind about allegedly firing him. I don't know if that's true. My theory is he couldn't fire him. He couldn't. He won't. He's not able to for some reason, okay? He is the highest rank in the military, okay? So I just sat in his energy. He's very serious. He's intense. He's intense. He's serious. He believes in diplomacy. He believes in working together with our allies. He believes in avoiding conflict as much as you can. Okay? Anyway, I'm gonna channel him. I'm gonna channel him again, though. Anyway. First thing I heard, I didn't ask him anything. I heard, what is this guy doing? I heard in his voice. What is this guy doing? I don't know who he was referring to. Okay. I said, what do you think of Donald Trump as president? And he just simply said, I will follow the president's orders so long as he follows the Constitution. Very plain, straight to the point. And so I asked, do you believe he is capable of following the Constitution? And he just simply said, no, I do not. I said, do you believe he won the election legally? He said, I cannot answer that question, ma'am. I said, okay. Yes, sir. Oh, and then he said to me, I heard, my main concern is to protect the Constitution. That is what I am here to do. Wait. I want to say the exact thing he said. My main concern is to protect the Constitution. That is what I am here to do. And that is what I will do. You know, people forget about the Constitution, how important it is. And that is the main goal of the military, is to protect the rights of the Constitution. And we have to critically think about what that means. And I'm not making any predictions. I'm just saying we forget. Because sometimes I see in the comments, you know, there are people who were not fired. Not all of his people are in there. In Department of Defense. There are people who uphold the Constitution and protect us from any danger, terror, foreign or domestic. That's what they're there to do. And they believe, this man believes in that. He was not trying to hear about no noise, no nothing. Policies, his job is to protect the Constitution. And he will do that. He made that clear to me. I didn't ask him. We have to think about how important that is in this country. And how the Democrats do it. How people in the military are there to do it. Some Republicans, I guess. That's what that is so important, that document. And I think because of all the noise and the distraction, it's forgotten that it exists. And how hard it is to change it and amend it and all of that. I asked him, do you believe Donald Trump committed treason? And he just said, I cannot answer that. I said, okay. I said, what if he did? He said, if President Trump committed treason, then the proper channels must deal with it. And that was that. Charles Q. Brown Jr., guys. The chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, General Charles Q. Brown Jr. The highest rank in the military. He's above everybody. and he believes in the Constitution very strongly. Okay, next person I did was the German Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, because someone asked me to. I saw his name, and I saw the stuff that happened with Vance, and, you know, it's interesting. How long have I been? Okay. It's interesting to me that he would go over there. It's not interesting, actually. It's funny that Vance would go over there and say what he said. Say all the things he said. But why would you mention election interference? Why would you pull attention? Hey guys, let's not, that didn't happen. That's not a thing anywhere. Why would you do that? Who told you to do that? I know Donald Trump told him to do is to say that. Pull attention from that. Because that's something Donald Trump would do. Because he's a dummy. Anyway. Olaf Scholz is an angry man. He's angry. He's pissed. He greeted me with, he has this, I don't know what he sounds like, but in my head he sounds, his German dialect sounds interesting. Hello, Kimberly. That's how he said my name. I don't know if his voice is deep, though. One thing, anyway, I'm not going to say. Sometimes when I channel someone, I could see the things that they like. It's not bad, but it made me laugh when he reminds me of a character from, anyway, I said, what does he think about, wait, what is that? Oh, what does he think about his relationship with the United States? He said, we had something good with Biden as president, but things now are not good. I am angry. That's what he said. And then I asked about Donald Trump. He said, Donald Trump will not serve his country well. He will not serve his allies well. He will more than likely need to be stopped. I asked him, do you think he won his election legally? You're right over there? He said, no, I do not. And he started laughing. And then he said, no one does. No, I do not. I started to ask him, why isn't anything, I did ask him, but I didn't write it down for some reason. Hold on, let me see if I did. I didn't write it down, but I asked him why, oh, you know why? I think I started talking about Elon Musk, but I asked him, why hasn't anything come out, if you guys believe that? And he said, we're waiting for more information, or we're waiting for something. He said it, I think he didn't say it in English, so I couldn't understand him. But first he said, we're waiting for more information. But then I think he was talking about their elections coming up. I wasn't sure. I moved on, that's why I didn't write it down. I asked about Elon Musk. And then he said he started cursing in German. He just was cursing and yelling. He was so angry when I asked about him. And then he said, Elon, blah, 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 and I was like, I don't know what you're saying. And then I heard he said Elon Musk will be in handcuffs. And I wrote determined. Speaking in German. I wrote, because that's what I was hearing. Elon Musk will be in handcuffs, he said finally in English. But I heard him speaking others. He was saying other things that I couldn't understand. It was kind of funny. I said, are you investigating? Have you been in... has your country been investigating Elon Musk? He said for some time now. So for some time now, yes. And he was very angry when he said it. He was very, very angry. He's angry. He's angry. And I said, have you found or will you find or will... hold on. Have you found or will reveal anything about Elon Musk? And he said, yeah. Which is yes in German. I had to look it up. I was like, did he say yeah? And I Googled, how do you say yes in German? He said yeah. I think it's spelled differently though, but that's what, yeah. That's Olaf Schultz. Oh dear. Mark Rutte. It's been a while. And he said that to me. Long time no see. I said, I was like, why have you been praising Donald Trump recently? He said, it's simply a lesson of diplomacy. It's simply a lesson in diplomacy, he said. I said, how is he diplomatically? And he said, he will get himself in trouble. And I asked him, how does he feel about Donald Trump having peace talks between Russia and Ukraine without Ukraine's involvement? And he said, to have peace talks without the other country's involvement is insane. But it doesn't surprise me. We are waiting for him to make a big mistake, to make the big mistake, he said. Okay, the card fell. I'm not going over there to get it. It's all the way over there. And I sat with that for a little bit. And I said, you know, I didn't say this. I was thinking to myself. He's trying to... Donald Trump is trying to prevent Ukraine from joining NATO. And I looked up the process of joining NATO, and one of the things is everyone has to agree. The accession process, I think it's called. And if one doesn't agree, then it's terminated and you have to start all over. It's clear why he doesn't want that to happen, because his friend doesn't want it to happen. And any peace talks is going to involve Ukraine losing big. And it's just anyway, I asked my pendulum before. When I asked, my intuition told me that this will be the Ukraine joining NATO won't happen until, and I asked a few weeks ago and they said not until 2026, won't happen this year. But when I asked today, the energy changed and it said it will happen. And I said, oh, that's interesting. Now, how that would happen? Not quite sure. I didn't go into... maybe I'll read about it tomorrow. But they said yes. They will be able to join NATO in this year, which was different. I asked a few times a couple of weeks ago, and it was always no. But the energy has changed. So how that will happen, I don't know. We'll see. If it'll change again, you know. But I do know that Ukraine is a part of the ICC now. We'll see what happens. But him doing this is him thinking that he can. It's just so blatantly corrupt and just wrong. That he wants to look big, you know. Anyway, I asked what was the big mistake, and I heard international crime. That's what I heard. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, they're trying to block Ukraine. They're not giving, you know, that's why they gave over, before Biden left, they gave over control of funding to NATO. Because they know. Everyone knows everything, you know, so it's a shame. Anyway, Kamala, she was happy. She was happy. Her energy felt good. A little tired. I asked her, do you believe that you will be president? And she said, I do believe. Hold on. She said, very calmly, speaking very softly, I do believe. Wait, I do believe now. Yes, I do. And she was nodding and smiling. And I said, why do you believe now? She said, things have changed incredibly. I do believe now. Yes, I do. And I said, does she have any words for us with what we are currently experiencing? She said, hold tight. Do not comply. This will not stand. Those are the 3 things she said. Okay. Kamala Harris, guys. So there you have it. Things are changing. I'm gonna do okay. I'm gonna do, let's pull this up. Let's look at Elon Musk by the end of June, okay? And guys, whenever I say the end of June, y'all start falling out on the floor, okay? I didn't say that this will end. It's not a prediction for a timeline. I'm looking at the person's energy by the end of June. Not saying they'll be still around. A lot can happen from March to the end of June, okay? From now to the end of June. I'm not saying that. I don't know what will happen. I'm not attached to time, but I'm looking out at the end of June to see what is going on with this person. Okay? So breathe. Elon Musk. Oh. This came out in reverse. This is the 7 of Swords in reverse. If something comes out, I'm not necessarily doing reversals. All cards are upright. But if something comes out in reverse, I'll go with it. Okay? Elon Musk. By the end of June. That, that refusal to change too energy. Seven of Swords in reverse. We'll see. It could also be choosing to accept your thievery and your dishonest behaviors. But we'll see what the other cards say. The Seven of Swords in reverse. Might be forced to. Let's see. The Moon. The Moon. The Moon upright. With the Seven of Swords in reverse. Elon Musk, 3 months from now. Elon Musk, 3 months from now. Elon Musk, 3 months from now. This keeps telling me to shuffle. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Giving and receiving, the Moon, Seven of Swords in reverse. Interesting. There goes the Knight of Cups. They always get that. Him and Donald. Four Swords. Two of Swords. A lot of contemplation. I'm going to do true crime for him too, guys, okay? Listen. Three of Swords. I told y'all, this man mentally is unwell and could be heading to his own mental breakdown. I'm telling you. And the Moon is here upright. And the Moon does have to do with your mental health as well. Depression, anxiety. I'm telling you, I see it. Knight of Pentacles. It's telling me to put it here. Page of Pentacles. You know what? It told me to put it here. And plans not working out. Plans not working out the way you want them to. The Lovers. Choices have to be made. Goes here. Big decision about yourself. Knight of Swords. This is the same card as Donald got. Knight of Swords. A lot of knights. Knight of Swords. Let's put it here. I'm not sure that's right. Telling me to put it up here. Above the Six of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Something is going on with his mental. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. All these court cards as well. Is this the Seven of Pentacles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Goes here. Seven of Cups. He does love living in delusion. He's not going to be able to make any choices. He's going to be confused. The Chariot in reverse again. You know, I fixed these cards on Friday. I could have sworn I put them all upright. And it's in reverse here. You can't make it up. It's telling me to put it here. Losing your power. Hold on. I think that goes switched. Yeah. It goes here because this is Seven of Cups and the Lovers is here, and this goes here, the Chariot over here. Okay. Five of Swords. Win it at all costs, but at what cost? Your mental wellness. Your mental wellness. You know, I keep hearing the word codependency here with the Six of Pentacles here. It gives you giving and receiving, you know. Something I feel will drive him. It's something here that, money perhaps. There's something that he's doing too much of. Giving too much maybe. It's going to drive him. He's not going to be able to plan anything. I don't think he does that anyway. I don't know. He doesn't give me planner all the time. He doesn't look at details. Something that he's trying to, with the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles here, feels like he is trying to, new project, Page of Pentacles, you know, new projects, new ideas, but they're not working. Trying to build something and you just can't. There's the bells. And you just can't with the Three of Swords here. Some sort of disappointment. Something emotionally, like I said. It's all here. And the Queen of Cups. On top of it, on top of the Three of Swords and the Two of Swords and the Chariot in reverse, he's not going to be okay. King of Swords. All these court cards. All the court cards, guys. The chess pieces. Remember the chessboard? He's the one getting all the court cards. He is the one getting all of the court cards. I'm going to put it right here. The Knight of Swords is truth, coming in about something he's been giving. And the Five of Swords is a warning of winning at all. Yeah, you win an argument. You want to win at all costs. You cut corners to win. You may even cheat to win. And the warning is, you'll get caught. Don't do that too much. Sometimes you could cut corners. But, you know, the thing about the thing about cutting corners is it doesn't always serve you. In the King of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords is the one who brings in truth, analyzes things, you know. He doesn't have clarity coming here. There's confusion, even starting here. It feels like he's going to be, it's like here at the walls. These two cards here, the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. The King of Swords has been looking at something. Is next to the Lovers, about big decision, life decisions. He's been looking at something. This isn't his energy. It's in his energy, but it's not him. He could be looking for clarity. He could be looking for a way out, but this is his energy. This is on top of him, weighing him down. We're going to win at all costs, and we're going to cut corners to win. Okay, it's telling me to keep pulling. Y'all, the chessboard. Queen of Swords. This is crazy. This is crazy. Eight of Wands. Okay, that's it. Well, it's telling me to put the Eight of Wands, put it on top here. Okay. All right, so Seven of Swords in reverse. Let's start here real quick. I'm going to go through this. I've already explained majority of the cards and what's happening, but I'm going to tie it together for you guys. Okay. Seven of Swords in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse is about, it took about a couple of things. You're either refusing to change or come clean. There's a resistance, okay? Well, let's start with it could be about taking responsibility. It could be about coming clean about something, ending a deception. Okay? Communicating openly and truthfully. It could be about positive change, okay? But let's look at the other cards here. Because sometimes it could be that they're refusing to recognize their deception and negative behavior. There's a wall there, or you're stuck. Let me just double check to make sure, because I'm pretty sure. But I like validation when it comes to or you can be caught. You didn't plan well. Okay. That's kind of what this is here too. You didn't plan well, you got busted. Okay. Or you got busted, you didn't plan well, and you need to reflect on whether or not, what is your choice? What are you going to do about this possible exposure? The Seven of Cups here is about opportunities and choices. And it tells you should be discerning in your choice. It could be a card of delusion. It could be a card of illusion. And sometimes when we are faced with choices, we want to pick the shiny object. And that's usually the wrong choice. So, I'm thinking back to the readings I did on him before, and he will often get the Judgment card. And part of the Judgment card is you reflecting on your life choices, on your behaviors. And the Judgment card encourages you to take responsibility. Didn't come up here, but that's what it does. And that has come up often for him when I did readings on him. But that's not here. But the Seven of Swords, yeah, you have a choice. And the Seven of Cups is about choice. And the Lovers is a major card. It's about big life decisions. A decision must be made. And I'm intuitively reading this, and it's like, are you going, and I labeled this as the deeds done in the darkness, okay, in this situation with the moon. Are you going to be honest? You have a choice, and it's a big life choice. Are you going to be honest about your deception and take responsibility? Or are you going to continue to deceive and lie? Are you going to make the choice to be honest? And the Lovers is also about inner harmony, inner peace. He doesn't have inner peace. He's very unwell. He's dangerous, okay? Allegedly. And the moon here is also a card of mental health with depression, anxiety, all those things. Oh dear. So he has a choice to make by the end of June. He's going to be in a situation that requires him to look at himself and choose what direction he will go in. The right one? What do you think he'll choose? Not the right one. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, 3 court cards. The Page of Swords is not here. That's okay. But like I said, these people will be rushing in quickly. Perhaps with news, information. This is the Eight of Wands. Things progressing very quickly on something he did, something he gave, give and take. This is the Six of Pentacles. That's what this card is about. And the Five of Swords is winning at all cost. Like I said before. At what cost? Cutting corners. These people is coming down on top of this. Let's ask my pendulum if this is him. This is not his energy. This is someone else's energy. Let's take a guess at who it could be. I'll say, okay, let's see. Oh, you guys can't see that. Let's pull it up a little. All right. Can you see that now? Okay. Are these 3 cards Europe? Hold on. Let's just... Are these 3 cards Europe's energy? Are these 3 cards saying yes? It is saying yes. Okay. Okay. Back to neutral. Are these 3 cards the Democrats' energy? Are these 3 cards the Democrats' energy? It is saying yes. there you have it. Okay. I sense that he will be hit on all sides. He's upsetting a lot of people. Okay. Four of Swords, I mean, he's gonna be tired. He's going to be contemplating. He's going to need some rest. He's not going to be able to make, he's not going to have a clear mind here. Okay. He's not going to have a clear mind here, and he's going to be looking for help with the Knight of Pentacles, assistance. His plans are falling apart. These new ideas he has, he's not going to, like, I still feel that mentally he's not going to be well. I mean, he's not well already. But stability is going to be questionable by the end of June. You have the Chariot in reverse here, a loss of power. Donald Trump had the same card. I fixed these cards because all the other, I looked, the cards that I saw that were in reverse are not in reverse, but this fell out in reverse, the Seven of Swords, and this is in reverse, the Chariot. The goals that you had, the plans you had, they have been disrupted, and you are flying out of your chariot because the horses got, I don't know, hurt, stabbed. Their knees are messed up, and they fell, and now you are flying, not to the finish line, to your end. Okay, Four of Swords and Two of Swords. It could be, the Eight of Swords is in here. A lot of mental restriction. I'll say that. If there was Eight of Swords, I'd be like, well, we'll see when I pull true crime cards. But a lot of mental restriction. A lot of mental restriction. A lot of denial. A lot of difficulty making decisions. Confusion, especially with the Seven of Cups there. Emotional instability. Three of Swords. Betrayal, disappointment. Someone may turn on him, possibly. Okay, Queen of Cups on top of these two things. He is not going to be feeling well. Okay, let's look at true crime cards. Okay. Elon Musk getting in the jail. I need to clean this. Feels like it needs to be wiped. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, that's better. Elon Musk. 2 more shuffles, they say. 1 more. Okay. Abuse and neglect. Interesting. That comes up a lot. I see that a lot for this group of people. Yeah. Egotism. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords in reverse, 7 of Cups. Chariot in reverse. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Marriage and a wedding. Love, marriage, and a wedding. This is not literal. I know that. Love, marriage, and a wedding. I feel like this is about this is about himself and his relationship with himself. These two, bless you. These 2 things. Grandparent, interesting. What they are choosing to show me is a lot of internal, personal stuff. Home. Yep. That's what his energy is. Alive. Accident. 1 more. And female. Interesting. Interesting. Crime of passion. Who are you getting caught up with? He's getting caught up. There you have it. Elon Musk. Okay. Doesn't look good. A lot of personal stuff. A lot of emotional, mental troubles. Interesting. Interesting. You know, he has a lot of family issues. He has a lot of mental health issues. He's a lot of daddy issues, a lot of mommy issues. What's this say? Okay. All right. Let's look at the Democrats and Republicans. What time is it? Does that say? Okay. Let's see what's going on there. I'm going to do Democrats first. Reason why I have not, if you've been wondering, I have not been using my Light Seers tarot deck. It's because one of the cards are missing, the Two of Cups. They're around, it's around here. I know it is. So I haven't used it. Plus I feel like it's a lot of energy on it. It could use a rest. Oh wow, okay. Strength. This is the Democrats, guys. Current energy, what actions they're taking. Strength and the Ace of Wands. Using their inner and outer resources to deal with obstacles. And Ace of Wands is taking action. Collecting information, perhaps. Bringing news. Elon's reading was so emotional. That's so interesting. That's a lot of his choices in life has to do with his mind and his emotions. Interesting. Yes, they are. I just saw the Seven of Wands. Standing your ground, protection, defending. Three of Wands, waiting for information. Okay, waiting for, this is the Democrats, guys. Waiting for your work to come into fruition. Waiting for news, okay. Waiting for the plans you implemented to come into place, to see the results. There's movement there. They're working. They are working. Judgment. Taking, I'm just trying to see what I'm hearing. Taking responsibility for any role they may have had. This is a card of karma. This is a card of discernment. Being very discerning. Something with the information here. Let's keep pulling. Queen of Cups. Next to Judgment. A lot of compassion coming from them. There's something with these three cards. Let's keep pulling. The Star. Wishes coming true. They're really 1, 2, 3. 3 major cards so far. Let's put it here. Lots of praying, lots of hoping. Lots of intuitive movement. The Page of Cups. intuitive, but doing, it's really, these four here is like, it's something that they have implemented, or the plan is there. Perhaps they haven't quite implemented it yet, but it's something that is different and creative that took a lot of contemplation and discernment, but also sort of, it's like the care, their compassion is driving them, but it's something with you moving intuitively. The world is here. Things are coming together. Things are coming together. So let me put it here. It's like, it feels like, this is the Democrats, guys, okay? They have 1, 2, 3, 4 major cards so far. And fail safe, I keep hearing the word fail safe. But it feels like, is fail safe the right word? The sun, listen. The sun. Whatever, this is the 5th card, divine intervention. Whatever they are doing, it goes here. What is the word? Fail-safe is not the word that but it's the word I keep hearing, but I want to say something else. Maybe I should just listen to the word. Fail-safe. Not the movie. Sometimes I'll look up the definition. I know what it means, but I have to see the word. A system or plan that comes into operation in the event of something going wrong, or that is there to prevent such an occurrence. Okay, yeah, it's fail safe is the right word then. Interesting. Interesting. I'll keep pulling. I'll read that one more time. A system or plan that comes into operation in the event of something going wrong, or that is there to prevent such an occurrence. A fail-safe. Okay, guys, I will listen to you. I just heard B say, just listen. I will listen. I am listening. Yeah. 8 of Pentacles. Slow, steady work. Methodical expansion. Discipline. Building, mastering something. Building up on something. Routine. This is what they're showing. They're together. 3 of Pentacles. Yep, collaboration. Upright this time. They are working together. It feels like a tight ship. It feels intense, actually. This is down here. Ace of Swords. I keep feeling, I'm hearing information, getting information, the truth, waiting for information, receiving information, communicating in new ways, communicating more effectively, mental clarity. Like they're on it. They're on it. On what? That remains to be seen. No, they're doing work. But they're doing something. They're doing something. And it feels like it is not secretive. It's like they're doing their work, they're doing their job, but underneath the job, they're doing something else to help their job. And it has to do with exposure. They're very harmonious. They're like this thing that happened made them like this. I know a lot of y'all are mad at them, okay? But I want y'all to critically think. They're not just going to sit there and twiddle their thumbs, okay? But they can't act like the Republicans, because the Republicans don't follow the Constitution. The Republicans, not all of them, the vast majority of them, don't care to follow rules, and we have to as a democracy, okay? Okay. But they're doing something. They're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's something coming. Knight of Swords. Didn't I say that? Those 3 cards was the Democrats as well? Right here. Look, they came. King of Swords. I told y'all. Now, if this is the Queen, I'm going to throw this deck. 8 of Wands. I shuffled it. Y'all know I shuffled for a long time. I shuffled. I took from the middle and shuffled. Shuffle backwards, frontwards. Let's close up here. Should I throw the deck? Queen of Swords. I told you it was them. Oh dear, the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Swords, with the 8 of Wands. What's this? The Empress. Listen, guys. That goes here. And as I was thinking about the intuitive movement, I kept hearing feminine, divine feminine energy. That's what's driving them. This could be Kamala. Let's ask. Not making a prediction, just seeing, just getting some confirmation. Let's raise this up. I'm going to bring this card here so we could see. This is the Empress. I'm going to ask if this is Kamala's energy. Okay. Is the Empress Kamala's energy? Is the Empress Kamala's energy? Is the Empress Kamala's? It's saying yes. Okay. I mean, of course she would still be there. Of course. Okay. So to summarize, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major cards here. 6. So they're making some major decisions to Democrats. They're doing major work. They're using their inner resources and outer resources with strength. They're collaborating together. Whatever this is down here, this thing they're doing in secret with the 3 of Pentacles, like experimenting, is something different. It feels like, I know people don't know about it yet. and they're hoping and praying that it'll work. Okay. And also they have faith that it will. And the star is about your wishes coming true. Okay. Ace of Wands is new energy, aspiring energy. It's always a yes. It's progressive movement. It's bringing in news. You're going to share something with us again soon, I feel. This thing here, the work that they're doing tirelessly. Maybe that's why they can't answer their phones. You don't have to call more than, you know, multiple times. You know, maybe 2 times, 3 times. You did your part after that. But they're doing, just know that this 8 of Pentacles is work. Okay? 7 of Wands is a card of standing your ground. It's a card of protection. It's a card of defending. Okay? Those wands slamming in the ground that I always talk about. Okay? Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Oh, this is the Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, King of Swords. This is their energy that was in Elon's energy. Okay. Analyzing data. Rushing in with the truth. Being very calculating and strategic. Things coming, progressing quickly with this. Perhaps news or data or information. The world. Things coming together for them. And the world is on the 3 of Swords. I mean, not the 3 of Swords. 3 of Wands, so it probably has to do with, it probably has to do, perhaps, with overseas. Information, waiting for info to come in. The sun is here. I mean, this is powerful stuff right over here. Maybe they got their info. Perhaps. Maybe. With the sun. Things coming from the darkness into the light. Okay. Karma, good karma. Discernment. And implementing the news, I think. Whatever that is. Whatever information. And the fail-safe. Don't forget that. The Empress, Kamala's energy, is there again. Queen of Cups. Like I said, the intuitive movement, the divine feminine energy is heavy over here. Over here it's very heavy. Their compassion is driving them. They are Page of Cups, good news. Like they're going to share something. They're going to share some news with us. I keep hearing that. Let's look at the pendulum. Feels like good news or surprising news. Will the Democrats share surprising news soon? Will the Democrats share surprising news soon? Well, the Democrats are saying yes. That's what it feels like. Okay. Alright, so that's the Democrats. What time is it? Oh my goodness. I ran out of time. Okay. Let's look at the Republicans. Republicans. Knight of Wands. Four of Swords. I think I need to shuffle again. This isn't theirs. It feels like I need to shuffle more. If it comes up again, then it's their cards. Because it was two cards there. If it comes up, that's their cards. But it didn't feel like it was. Three more shuffles, I'm being told. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. High Priestess, I bet. I bet. I bet. I bet. Oh. Sorry. The Empress, the Tower. This is the second time I've pulled for Republicans, and the second time, no, I'm lying. I think on video, record. I pulled for them a lot of times in the past, and they always get this card. The Tower, next to the Empress. Four Cups. Yeah, that's stubborn energy. I could see that. Queen of Pentacles. That's right. Yes, sir. Five of Cups. Why y'all getting the Five of Cups? What's going on over there? What's happening? Let's talk. Ace of Swords. Wait, you know what? This goes over here. This goes over here. It's how you act. That's why I got the Tower next to the Empress. Next to Kamala's energy. The wheel can turn either way. Four of Wands. Yeah, y'all having a good old time. Yes. Having a good time. Oh, delays. What's happening? It's like a good and then a bad. Not Hangman is not a bad card though. It's like, you know, delay in progress. Yeah. That's okay. This was, let me just make sure that I grabbed the deck right. Okay. So it's not a fluke. Six of Wands in reverse. Six of Wands upright is a card of victory. It's a card of gratitude. It's a card of people cheering you on. It's about your reputation. And when it's in reverse, people might be booing you. Okay. You might be too arrogant. You might lack gratitude. Your reputation is not good. You don't have victory. They're trying to get something together, the Two of Wands. Planning, you know, trying to implement their plans. Perhaps in secret, but it's not really working out. It feels like, tell me to put it here. All this is planning. They're trying to plan and it's delays. Okay. I'm waiting for a card to come up, and we'll see if it comes up. Death. Page of Wands. It goes here. I wonder if this is Kamala's energy again. I wonder. I'm gonna ask. Yeah, they're trying to juggle. Two of Pentacles. They're not together. And I'm not saying that because I'm anti-Republican. They're not, I could feel it in the energy. It's not, they're not, I'm waiting for a particular card to confirm that. It may not come up. But I really kind of don't need it. And intuitively, I feel like they're struggling to find balance with each other. With everything that's happening, they're struggling to find these balance. This isn't in reverse, but I read intuitively. Okay? There's a struggle. It's like a lot. Yeah, I knew it. Let's see if it's here. They have the Queen of Wands again. They're still in that energy. And it's costing them. It's costing them. They don't see it yet. They're still in that energy. Put it here. The Tower is hiding and waiting. Again. The Star. A lot of them are looking over their shoulder. A lot of them are celebrating. A lot of them is burdensome. That goes here. It's a lot. 3 of Cups. Yeah. The Devil is there again. The Devil is there again. And the 7 of Cups. These are the 3 cards. 3 of Cups. Yeah, they're feeling good. They're celebrating. 9 of Cups. Sitting in satisfaction. So many options. They will not choose the right one. Living in a delusion. They think it's all good. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them. And the Devil. I'm going to summarize this, okay? They're trying to balance. They're not together. They can't find the balance. The plans they're trying to implement with the 8 of Pentacles buried under there. There's delays. There's blockages, okay? The 5 of Cups is there. They can't understand why these plans that they keep trying to, you know, these plans they keep trying to make work is not working. Lots of starts and stops with the Hangman. Lots of delays. Okay, delays in their luck with the Wheel of Fortune. And it's literally the universe giving them chances to change their mind, to do the right thing. They're not doing that because the devil is here. They're partying. Some of them are looking over their shoulders. They're not noticing that the tower is waiting for them. You don't have victory, really. Let me ask if this is Kamala, the Empress here. Is this Kamala Harris's energy? Is this Kamala's energy? Is this Kamala's energy? It's saying yes. Next to the tower. I know this looks a mess, okay? Tower, for those of you who don't know what a tower is, the tower means many things, okay? I'm looking at the other cards, though. Okay, the Four of Cups is the stubbornness. People may be their colleagues, not all of them is like this. A small percentage, but a lot of them are like, hey, we need to, we have to, something is not right. But the mass majority of them are like, this is Donald Trump's energy. This is, and Elon Musk. A lot of them feel emboldened to ignore the warnings that they keep getting. All these warnings. All these warnings. They're having a good time, but they don't know about the devil. They know about the devil. They don't understand the consequence of shackling yourself to the devil. So not good. Not good. Okay, I'm gonna finish up. Okay. So those are the Republicans, okay? I'm going to pull one card for Kamala. And then we'll go. We'll go off to that pie in the sky. Doesn't look good for them. They're just like, I don't know. It's like a lot of them are ignoring the warning signs and living in a delusion. And like, oh yeah, things are so good. But they don't see that tower. They still don't see it. It didn't happen yet. That's in their energy. Okay. Y'all are being warned. All these pauses and delays is a chance for you to say, hey, maybe we should, I don't know, rethink our choices. But they won't. Okay. Give me, what do I want to, ending on a good note with Kamala's energy, okay? Give me something. What's coming to her? 3 cards. Her mom. 6 of Cups. Whenever I see that, that is her looking back at the lessons, the things her mother told her. She remembers. That is her mother's energy. That is her as a child. And the lessons she has carried into adulthood to prepare her for her life. What is this card that wants to come out? King of Wands. King of Wands. And the Queen of Wands. Wow. So there you have it. Six of Cups, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Yeah. Six of Cups. That's Kamala. King of Wands, leadership. I mean, determination, fearlessness, bravery. Queen of Wands. I will. Determination, leadership. You can't quite, I mean, the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands here together is pretty powerful. Both court cards, very powerful. You go after what you want. No one could really stop that energy. It's spicy. It's spicy and progressive and action oriented. So, and with the lessons from, you know, the wise words her mom has taught her and the knowledge she has passed down to her younger self, she's been looking at that, and she has always used that to her success. And not just like everything, kindness, authenticity, not letting people tell you your value or your worth. All right, this was here too, and an ability to yeah, the Five of Swords. She wants to win at all costs too, but at what cost? She asks, and because she's not a dummy. Three of Swords is shaping your pain, your disappointment, into something that is helpful. That's what it encourages you to do. Okay? So that's Kamala, guys. Ending on a good note. I will see you guys tomorrow with questions and answers. Okay? I hope you ask questions. I haven't looked. I've been at this all day. But I hope this resonated with you. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. There are the bells. That's a perfect way to end. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye.